Sometimes God's love will scare you. When you have been the type of person where love has not been something that was easily or freely given to you, right? Where you were performance-based, performance-driven, where everything was conditional, and you develop a mentality that love is something that you need to earn and you need to strive for, you will resist God's love. You ever had someone like kind of kiss on your face and you're like, move, 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 or someone trying to hug you and you're like, move, 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 move. That's how you'll be in reality and not even realize that you're this way. But the funny part is you still desire love. You still desire that embrace, right? So you'll project the absence of love that you think that you're experiencing onto God as if, what do I need to do to get you to love me? What do I need to do to get your attention? What do I need to do to be seen by you? And God's like, you don't have to do anything. I actually see you. You don't have to do anything. I'm actually loving on you. But because mentally you're so convinced that he doesn't see you, he doesn't hear you, he's abandoned you, you're like fighting to get something that you already have. And because you think you don't have it, it causes you to be heightened and very acutely looking for examples that basically confirmation bias that it's not in your life. And then if you are a person that prays, this is the beautiful part. If you're a person that prays and you talk to God and you let him know, like, I don't feel love. This is how I feel. I feel undervalued. I feel underappreciated. And I need that warmth from you. I need that validation. I need all of these things. If you actually surrender that to him, God will pop up in your face in a way you were not expecting to reveal to you that he's been there all along. And it will scare you. It will scare you because it's going to be difficult for you to embrace the fact that he's always been there loving on you, and he's actually been trying to guide you and lead you towards him. But you have been the one that's been rejecting the pull because you're so convinced that it has to be hard. And then you'll realize that at your core, there's something in you that actually thinks that you're unlovable. And the only way for you to be loved is to perform for it, to strive for it, to do something for it. And it's going to be very difficult for you until you break that to really embrace God's love, because you're going to have to learn that it's unmerited love. It's unmerited favor. And what I mean by it's unmerited love and it's unmerited favor is that you don't deserve it. It's not something, and it's not to say this in a way that's negative, like, oh, you don't deserve that. No, what I mean is not something that comes through that avenue of deserving, right? Like, you get a degree because you went to school, you did your hours, and this is what you deserve for the effort that you put in. What I'm saying to you is that putting effort into trying to earn it is pointless, because you do not get it through deserving. It already exists. Like, I'm walking outside right now on this trail and I'm breathing. I'm just breathing. I don't go through an avenue of deserving breath. We don't wake up today. There's an old school movie by Justin Timberlake named Time. I love that movie. And every single day they get a certain amount of time, and that's what they pay for everything with, right? You don't wake up and say, all right, how much oxygen do I get today? What do I need to do to get some oxygen, right? Now, obviously, if you're dealing with medical conditions and things like that, it's a different story. But I'm just talking in the normalcy of life. That's not something that you strive to earn. Matter of fact, if you are not having access to air, there's a problem, right? There's a medical condition. There's something that you're dealing with, because it's free. It's free. So imagine oxygen that is free. Breathe in, breathe out. Every single day you wake up and think that you need to do something to earn it. Can you imagine how much time you waste trying to fight for something and strive for something that's already been given to you? That's how God's love is. We wake up every single day And this is why religion is such a problem, is because people wake up every single day thinking that God hates them, doesn't love them, he's abandoned them, he's rejected them. And they don't actually seek what God's heart is about them. And then when they think about God's heart, they think that there's no way he has anything good to think or feel about me. It has to be something dark and negative. That's not how God sees you. It's just not. And regardless of how many people in life have seen you that way and treated you, right, like the scum of the earth, you are the apple of his eye. And that can be very difficult if you felt like this little troll, this little gremlin, right, in a little dark corner. And then the door opens and he shines his light and he's showing you that you're the apple of his eye and you're afraid of him to look at your ugliness. Sometimes God's love is scary. It's scary. And you're tempted to run away from it. But understand that when you run away from him, you're holding on to all of that stuff as sentimental value. All that ugliness you feel, all of that shame you feel, all that guilt you feel, every time you run away from him, you hold on to those things tighter and closer. This is why I talk about beauty for ashes, guys. My name is Michelle, faith-based mindset coach, and one of my programs is Beauty for Ashes. And we have so many reasons why we rely on our own strength and we see life through our lens, our eyes. And when we're doing this over striving and this overdoing, and it breeds hyper independence, it breeds hyper vigilance. Like we're always looking out, something's going to hurt us, something's going to harm us. And it really puts us in defense mode. So we walk through life like there's a chip on our shoulders. And some of us may try very hard, right? And we recognize the chip is there, but then we start to overcompensate for the fact that that chip is there by people pleasing, right? Like I'm going to kill that chip by just being more, doing more. And then now you get into the savior complex and all of this stuff. None of it works. None of it works, right? The savior complex is exhausting you, is draining you. That mindset is draining you. Being hyper independent is draining you, right? Having everything on your shoulder is draining you. Always feeling like, there's a threat or something going to happen or someone's going to harm you is draining you. All of it is draining you. So that's not what heals you. You have to release it. So my program, Beauty for Ashes, is what teaches you how to surrender that survival strength, because that's what it is, and embrace divine empowerment. Now, if you're a woman that this message resonated with and you are ready to release that mindset, that striving, and you can see that it's doing more harm than good, then go ahead and click the link in my bio. It's going to be for my Beauty for Ashes program. I'll put a picture of it here, and you could put the code FREEDOM for 48% off. Survival strength is essentially what you are relying on. You don't feel safe in life. So your mentality is stuck in doing your best to survive, but you've gotten so good at it. Whether it's producing good results in your life, you've gotten so good at it. That is what you lean on. And now you have to release that so you can embrace divine empowerment, so you can finally relax and trust and feel safe and actually move out of this hardness into a more softer, easier life through Christ. So if that's something that interests you, go ahead, click the link in the bio, and you can get started with that today. If you'd like some community with it, it does come with the Divinely Empowered Woman community. And on March 1st, actually, I have something I'm going to drop. My podcast episode should be released later today. And I'm going to be doing like a journey for you guys that want to do it as a group together. And I'll be starting that March 1st. We'll be doing that March 1st to the 21st. So I'll release more information about that on the podcast episode. So if you're not following, go ahead, click the link in the bio. Or you could just go to YouTube, the Michelle Touch. I'm also on major platforms as well. And you'll be able to connect with me on the Boss Babe Sanctuary. So I love you guys. Hope you guys are enjoying your day. So let me go ahead and finish my walk. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.